a dog is rescued from a life in solitary confinement.
When you think about how social beagles are, it must have been torturous for her.
Unlike the other dogs that have had the company of the pack, Woo Woo has lived with only a cat and some occasional human contact.
Hi, baby. Okay. Probably gonna need a cat. We may need a catch pole, too. They're right here. Hi, sweetie. There are some holes in the floor. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl.
Woo Woo is scared, so Michelson needs to take things slowly.
You gotta lift your head up just a little bit more, baby. There we go. What a good girl. I wouldn't want to live in this, and I can't imagine the animals actually, you know, like living in this. I mean, there's not a clean space of floor to stand on.
Woo Woo's now rescued, but there's still a lot of work to do for the investigators. Later. But first, Dr. Roberta Westbrook starts the medical evaluations of the dogs.
This is Woo Woo. That is a female Beagle mixed dog. She does have some missing teeth here in the front, some missing incisors, some broken and fractured incisors. So that tells me that she's been doing a lot of chewing or wearing and tearing of her teeth there.
Woo Woo was confined to a rundown trailer and separated from the other dogs. Being isolated can have a damaging effect on beagles since they crave social contact. Without socialization, beagles can become depressed and destructive when left on their own.
I see lots of flea dirt over her rump, but we can fix the fleas pretty easily.
Dr. Westbrook runs a test to check Woo Woo for canine heartworm disease.
So the unfortunate news for Woo Woo here is that her heartworm test has come out positive. Because of her age, she's probably not going to be a good candidate to treat her for her heartworm disease, but the heartworm disease does not have to be a death sentence for her, and she can still live several more years and do okay.
Woo Woo's physical needs are being addressed, but after a life alone, only time will tell if she'll bounce back emotionally. Animal behaviorist Melissa Chan has a new challenge on her hands.
Poor thing. She's terrified.
Woo Woo was rescued from a rundown trailer after her owner died.
So I've set her up with a bed and a little bowl of water.
In her medical evaluation, she was timid and unresponsive.
She looks she looks like she's trying to get comfortable, but you can see a bit of stress in her face, the way her eyes are sometimes looking in a different direction from the direction her nose is pointed. That's a sign of stress, and the fact that she's breathing hard but her mouth is closed. When I see her, I think of how hard it must have been for her to be alone for months in a trailer, not much social contact. When you think about how social creatures dogs are, and especially beagles who are bred to work together in a pack, it must have been torturous for her, and now she has to learn to come back to society.
Woo Woo has been isolated for a long time, so Melissa needs to take her rehabilitation slowly.
This isn't something that we're going to see in a few minutes. It's something that just takes hours. So I was going to have her here. I'm going to ignore her. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not going to toss her treats or anything. I'm just going to sit here and do my office work and let her come out of her shell.
Hopefully, having a constant companion like Melissa will help Woo Woo get used to people.
Already opened that one right there. Yeah.
Woo Woo the Beagle was rescued from a broken-down trailer where she'd been isolated for most of her lonely life. Houston SPCA animal behaviorist Melissa Chan worked closely with Woo Woo to bring her out of her shell. The next step was to get her used to people by placing her with a foster family. Now, the newly named Lolly has the company of Tammy and Brian Parsons, along with their 2 children and their dog Cooper.
Even with me, when she gets real excited and she's all jumping around and real excited, I try to play with her, toss a ball. It's like she doesn't know how to play. I'm so glad y'all got to see her rolling around on her back.
Lolly is finally having fun in the outside world.
It's like it's pure joy for her. She's not really looking to play. She just wants to be part of a family.
Along with the backyard, Lolly also has a local park she gets to explore.
Come on. Good girl.
From week 1 to now, there's just been an incredible development in her confidence and the way she interacts with people, strangers. She's showing interest. She'll sneak up behind them and try to sniff them. Typically with the smaller dogs, she's a little more comfortable, so she'll actually show some interaction with the small dogs. The large dogs, I think, kind of intimidate her a little bit.
She's doing well. She's doing well fitting in with our family with a big group of, we've got 4 people, another dog, 2 other cats. I think she's doing real well. I think she'll do good with a big family.